Okay, we're going to explore Plato's Republic, the study of arithmetic. I ruled out the word arithmetic and I replaced it with the word number. Perhaps we'll see why. The study of number in the Republic is the primary study that's to convert the soul and turn it towards true being. Therefore, it's a spiritual discipline. So, it's a turning about. By the study of this, so it is claimed, one can then turn the soul around from becoming to being, or ousia. Sometimes we call that ousia essence. So what? What's so significant about this curious process? Well, I want to make sure we can take off tonight being clear on why it is considered so important to be able to participate in this realm called being. Now, it's going to take on certain qualities, and you're familiar with a good number of them. All right? Good old divine luminosity. All right? A brilliant radiance. And when this is encountered, one recognizes it as preeminently real, therefore we call it being. There's a vitality and total fullness of life or liveliness to it, so we call that vitality to it. And it partakes of the very nature of mind as insight or intellect. Now, again, this is an experience, and this is what is encountered, and therefore, when the soul encounters this, or when man encounters that, we have to know why it's considered so significant. So, I'm just going to read a paragraph at 490A, which is Book 6. Then will it not be our reasonable defense that the real lover of knowledge, by his nature, strives towards real being? Now that's what's called real being. And is not content to abide by this multitude of things which exist only in opinion. Forwards he always goes, never blunted, never ceases from that love, until he grasps the nature of what really is, by that part of the soul to which it belongs to grasp such a thing. And that is the part akin to real being. Then, going in unto this, mingling with the real, he begets mind and truth. He would know, truly live, and be nourished, and so he would cease from his travail, but never before. So, by mingling with the real, he begets mind and truth, or intellect, right? That's what comes out of it. Look here. That's what comes out of it. That's what you give birth to. Right? A way of seeing, intellect and truth. Now, When we're now studying number in Plato's Republic, that is among the studies, basic studies leading to the education of the philosopher king. That's what it's all about. The first is arithmetic, as it's sometimes called, geometry. They talk about solid geometry, but it's not studied. Right? So we won't put it down. Astronomy, right? Harmony, the dialectic. It presupposes, this whole course of studies presupposes that someone has already mastered music and gymnastics in the way in which he understands those two terms. So this is the primary study, the opening study. And I'd like to go into it and explore it with you. Now, if I'm successful, you should be puzzled when it's over. That's only if I'm successful. If you understand it, then I've lost. All right. All I'm going to do is deal with a small section in Plato's Republic and try to bring out what's there, and that's what we're going to be doing. In this, this study of a number, we're going to call it number from now on. In this study of number, he gets to a key point, and he says, the whole discussion that we've been after is to make to designate the difference between the intelligible and the visible. That's the whole thing. That's the purpose. So that's why I wrote over here, the intelligible and the visible. Now, there's another word for this, which we picked up from that last quote. It's also called the realm of opinion, and this is called the realm of the intelligible. In any case, this is the divided line. In other words, there's an intimate connection between the sixth book of Plato's Republic called, in that great sixth book, there's a section called the divided line. And as you know, the divided line is made in such a way that it's constructed out of a golden section. This is the realm of images, image thinking. The image thinking. The kinds of images that you have must come from something. They come from beliefs. Now, that's the visible world. That's our everyday world. That's the world of becoming. This is the world of becoming. This is the world of becoming. The next step is understanding. And the top, of course, is knowing. Now, in the sixth book, it's important to know that there's one particularly very interesting addition to this model, which I'd like to put in. All right? It says that, as everybody knows, the visible world, there is a sun, light, and that makes things